Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever, wherever you are. I hope you're having a great one. My name is Leticia. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video. If it's your first time, if it's not, welcome. Feel free to look around. I hope you like and enjoy the vibe of this channel. This video, I get inspired with me, so it's more like a video to try to use what we already have, try to use the makeup we have. I try to like do a look and talk through like my inspiration and what I'm feeling, and basically I'm going to try to inspire myself and hopefully you too to use what you have. So use versions of what I have, but or the version of what I have, what you have, from what I will show you in your own makeup kit. Well, maybe not, maybe you just want to check it out and see and listen. And anyway, I hope you get inspired to translate some kind of creativity in your day. So my first video of this kind was like inspired by a show, so Arcane, from Netflix, and I loved it. It's like my own take on it. Of course, it's not precise, but I was like so inspired, and like I loved so much the look that was on the show that I wanted to try on myself. And it's been a while I'm thinking about doing with this video format with painters and paintings, and there is a particular painting that does not come out of my head. I don't know what's going on. It's from Gustav Klimt. Well, most of his famous paintings are women basically in gold, dressed in gold with a gold background, and it's not a favorite artist, and I don't particularly like those, but I think maybe because for unfortunate reason, I've seen a lot of things about it. I think there is a new exposition about it, about him, like his artwork. It stuck on my head, like the painting, the woman in gold particularly, which is very famous, and I really want to translate that to a makeup, and we're going to do this today. So fortunately, I have lots of gold eyeshadow. So if you look at the painting, I'll see if I can put a photo here. I don't know if there's any problem, like, you know, royalties, something like that, but I think it's okay. So I'm gonna try to put it here just so you remember what I'm talking about. So basically, we're talking about a lot of gold, orangey golds, like all yellows going a little bit into the orange reddish side, still gold, but you see what I'm saying, and some definitions and geometric volumes like that are not black per se, as far as I can tell. They're like dark brown. Some paintings have like other like kind of bluish grayish colors, but this particular painting has like dark brown, almost a black color, and I like that because it reminds me of like my own complexion. And this woman, she has like an orange blush, which I didn't recall, but when I looked at the picture online, I've seen it, and I think it's a great inspiration for me too. Something that I run from at any opportunity, because orange is not like a particularly good color for me, but I can use my own version of orange, which is like a peach, like very close to rosy. Anyways, her complexion reminds me a lot of my own complexion, and that's nothing to do with the reason why I chose this painting, but it's an interesting thing. I don't want to like look like her, but I want to do the painting translated into my makeup. You know, let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna start with the E.L.F. Blemish Fighting Primer. I use it mostly only on the more problematic regions of my face. My forehead is pretty clean, like I think you can see. My nose too. My nose is more like reddish naturally. I'm a natural Rudolph, so I have a redness around this area. It is natural to my complexion. I'm a born Rudolph. Today I'll try to change. I'm going with the Rare Beauty foundation. It's a 190W. I don't tend to use this foundation much nowadays, but that's because of the coverage. I consider that's a too high coverage for me. I don't like high coverage because I have very textured skin and it looks crappy. Everything that is medium to high coverage on me looks like I'm age 90 with too much makeup. It's horrible. You can see the makeup, maybe not on cam, but in real life it's horrible. So for me, less makeup is more, and that makes a lot of sense. Like most makeup artists, they say exactly the same thing. They say like, if you want to makeup to look good, don't apply much. I mean, good on person, right? Not on photo. On photo it's easier because the light kind of blurs it. That's exactly one of the reasons why I'm applying this foundation with the dual fiber. It's because that's the only way I get this foundation to be very airy in light coverage. Every time I try to apply, even with the own Rare Beauty brush, it gets really cakey very fast on me, like my personal experience. Maybe with another type of skin it will not cause that type of problem. With my skin and my taste, it's crappy. I don't like it. Like, when a foundation mark patches on your face that you don't even know you had, that's what happens with this. Also, probably because it's not matte but soft matte finish, I would say, like semi-natural, and that makes it, because it's not like super oily and radiant, it creates patches. I mean, maybe even like super radiant would also do the same, who knows. Anyways, I think you can see with this brush it's looking pretty natural, no patchiness. Also, I did my skincare that I usually do like before, so and technically my skin is very moisturized. You've seen, I think, when I started, my skin has already created many like natural oils for itself. So like if a foundation, even with the whole hydration and oils that I have, clings, that means it's gonna cling on anyone with patches, and that's what this foundation does. I do think it's pretty and is a very good shade match. You seen one dip on the foundation, not more than one dip on the foundation, and with a dual fiber blending. If I go with this brush, nah. This brush looks awesome for other foundations, low coverage foundations, not for this one, for me. So I'm gonna do some shade correction on my eyes, because particularly I'm going in now with very warm tones, and they might look off on me, so I have to correct very well, like whatever I have, like discoloration and other things on my skin, so they don't accentuate it. That's the trick. Like that's basically what makeup is, right? If you want to use colors that are not natural to your skin, they are probably going to accentuate any flaws, like any like discoloration and colors that are kind of off. So try to correct them with makeup and make your skin more perfected. That will make it look better on you. Like colors that wouldn't usually make it on you, they will look better. I'll apply with my fingers, warm it up, because my fingers are so cold right now here in Toronto. It's a beautiful day, sunny, but the temperature, I think it's like -10. I don't know. I haven't looked. I haven't gone. I haven't been outside yet, obviously, coat. It's a Saturday morning, that's why. We might go out for a walk, maybe in the end of the afternoon when it's a little hotter. No, end of the afternoon is not gonna be hotter, I think. I don't know, maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll go out of my house, I don't know. Okay, so I feel like my skin, maybe a little coverage here. Oh yeah, because here is like kind of purplish. I think I'm gonna try the Tarte, the Shape Tape from Tarte on this acne, because I never used it on acne yet, and I think the shade matte is pretty good. Should give me enough coverage. A tip is, if you have acne and you have like this tofu applicator, try not to apply it directly on the acne, because there might be bacteria and it might contaminate the feet of your concealer, like the applicator. So try to apply close to it but not on it. I don't know like how much does it actually help, but it's nice to think about, because you can't really clean this applicator. You put it in the product right away, right? So it's better to be a little careful so you don't make your acne worse, right? It added a lot of coverage in this area, but I think it's still looking, yeah, it's still looking good. It's not offending me. It's not like, cakey. And I'm not gonna amp up the coverage around here, because I'm gonna use a blush anyway. It's not a problematic area, so it's fine. So, orange blush. I feel like I'm gonna use Inferno, a little bit of Inferno from Phytosurgence. It's not orange per se, it's a little brown, terracotta, but I think it's gonna give a nice base. I hope I'm right. Clean brushes, love them. Okay, that's enough. Just with an empty brush, trying to blend the edges. I think it's pretty natural, but I'm going in with the toasted cinnamon because I really love this, but it's just like a little bit. It's just to watercolor a little bit. Also, because toasted cinnamon has this kind of golden blur metallic thing going on, which I think fits the painting perfectly. I don't know if you can see the shine. It's a very subtle shine. This is not the light. I mean, of course it is the light, but that's not the light creating the gold shine. It's the blush. And of course, because of the metallic look, I'm going to with Divine Daylight from Phytosurgence. I'm honestly thinking about like this Divine Daylight. I got from the first iteration of this blush, and it's a little bit like almost annoying, because like I knew that the formula was kind of hard, but it takes me like very long to get it. So I was almost thinking about like buying the new version, but I don't want to throw this away. I don't know how else I would be able to, because also like I don't like buffing too much my skin, because this area of my face here around my eyes, it's very, very, very delicate. So the less buffing I need to do, the better it is. Like this week, there were like easily 3 days that my eyes were so irritated that they weren't like red, they were like irritated, watering, and all the area was very, very irritated. So I couldn't use any makeup. I didn't want to. So that's something that I really like, see how close it is to my eyes. I was actually thinking about placing an order for the new one, but then again, I really don't want to throw this away. Like, I don't like this concept. My face has eaten a little bit of the blush. My face has eaten a little bit of the blush already. I think it looks more natural right now. So let's prime the eyes a little bit. I might want to go with a little bit of brush. I might want to go with a little more blush after, particularly an orange blush, but I'll do the eyes first and see how we go from there. I will use the Rimmel Wonder Cloud as a base because it's basically what I do every time now, almost. I would use the caviar stick, but the caviar stick is much darker and I don't think it will match very well what I want right now. Also, look at my nails. I'm so proud of them. I didn't. I bought the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel, which is not really a gel, but it behaves like a gel apparently. So I bought 2 colors and 2 glitters, and that's the second time I've used it. And like my boyfriend says it looks like a Barbie, but I feel like it looks so like cute and fresh and fun, and I love it. I would use this every day, literally. Okay.
Sorry, we're back from intermission.
I was not recording. So, I did some base eyeshadow with the Rimmel Wonder Cloud, and then I used a Tati Beauty Soothe in matte just to do an all over crease demarcation in my eyes, because that brown is a little more yellowish, so it goes well with the gold theme. For gold options, I have those 2 from the mothership, so Gold Galaxy and Corrupt Copper. I know Corrupt Copper is much orangey, but the painting does go a lot into like the red territory, so I might use that, might not. I do have from Cliona the color Rune, which is like this dark antique gold. It's magical, beautiful. And a new one, which is Limelight from JD Glow, which is like perfect. I do have some champagne golds that I might use for in a corner, but those are like more like not the star of the show. I do not know what I'm doing. I'm just going with the flow. So this is Gold Galaxy from Pat McGrath. This is Corrupt Copper, which you can see it's like orangey, but it does have like a gold shift. This is Rune from Cliona. They look so beautiful. Oh my god. And this is Limelight from JD Glow. Wow. Okay. So I see those 2 like stars of the show. And those 2 I might maybe use. Okay, sorry for the intermission. I pulled up the image of the Woman in Gold from Gustav Klimt, and it turns out that those two shades here from the Pat McGrath, they are much closer than these 2. Because these 2, I don't know, this one, which is Limelight, I don't know if you can see, if you can tell, it's a lot more lime and green, and this one's more yellowy, almost like a yolk. That's much closer to the images, at least, that I got from the picture, and that some of paintings of his that I remember seeing. It's very rich gold, almost leaning into orange territory. So it pains me to say, I mean, it doesn't pain me because I love this palette, but we're only gonna use probably the McGraph. I would like to use some of the new ones. Let's see, maybe. So I think that this type of eyeshadow, it's going to do much well if I start applying with my fingers. I'm not gonna do such a structured look today. I think it's almost gonna be an all over the eye shadow. So I'm gonna start with the gold one. Finger application. So this is the gold shadow all over. And now I'm going to go with the orange just on the outer edge, but I'm going to be very delicate about it. So I'm see how it's going to go. So we're basically getting it in the MAC 217. Above the excess. Should blend very well because it's basically the same formula. And because it's like a gold look, I'm not afraid of going like with shimmer all over. It's fine. Now I'm creating more intensity here on the outer edge, more pigment. And I'm basically like swiping it out of my eyes. It's more, almost more artistic per se. Like out of the eye zone. So something that always occurs to me, and I think might happen to you too at home, is that eyes most of the time are symmetrical. So you might get an eye a little different than the other. So you have to look at the mirror straight and see like what are the differences to try to achieve a similar look. It's very funny actually. Like I'm always like amazed by this type of thing. Like you don't think it is until you have to do something symmetrical and then you're like, wow, it's so different. I think for the inner corner I can use something like Hey Papi from Beauty Glow. So let me show you. It's something else. It's like you have I don't know, some kind of metal on your eyes. It's this. I don't even know where to start. Yeah, that's the one. JD Glow Hey Papi. And I'm getting, and I'm going to use this one because it's very light and neutral, so it might create the effect I want. Like a lantern. It's basically so I can give a little more shape to my eyes because I have all metals, so if I don't have different colors with different depths, I'm not gonna create any shape, right? So that's what I'm trying to do here. So I think that for now that's where I'm gonna stop, and I'm going to try with the Makeup by Mario Master Pigment Pro pencil, the perfect ink, the color, the perfect brown. I'm gonna try to sculpt a little bit around my eyes and give definition. Note to self, it's much easier to do that if you actually have a sharper edge of a pencil and not like a round little stubby ball. Note, you have to be very quick to blend with this because once it sets, it's very hard to blend. But it's very doable, very pretty actually too. There's gonna fly something on my lip because it's very dry right now. What have I done? I applied gold eyeshadow. Were you screaming at me that I had gold eyeshadow on my chin? What a disaster. So I had to bring the orange back a little bit on the outer corners after blending the pencil because the dark brown was like kind of taking over it. It's getting hot in here. My hands are completely chaotic because I didn't clean the swatch. Honestly, it's such a beautiful swatch that I almost feel like cleaning it. I'm like, no, please don't. Okay. See what I'm saying? You can barely see the blush. Those are like, you know, powerful eyes, but still. I think I applied too much. That's a big possibility. I'll have to deal with this. Let me fix my chin and a little bit of my eyes real quick. I'm now trying to clean up the makeup. I really like it. I'm just trying to conceal a little bit of the purple because the orange is making the purple more visible. So, very detail-oriented job right now. I feel like for the lips, this Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in Totally Truffle, it's gonna be better because it's not so rosy and the picture is not rosy. It's not like orangey brown. Also, I don't overline at least because I don't like it on me. I just follow the contour of my lips. I feel like her lips are a little brown red batted, just like little like healthy. Maybe this gloss here from Lip Candy. Here. Oh, Lip Candy. It's a natural brand here from Canada in the color Mary Berry. It's like very pigmented. I think like it's a good depiction. Oh, I forgot the mascara. I'm crazy. I curled my lashes and I didn't use mascara. I do not have a brown mascara, as I told you before. I don't think that that makes a lot of sense for me, so it's gonna be black. I have to fight the mascara not to clump a little bit, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. I will powder my face a little bit, otherwise I feel like I'm already like coming undone. What do you think? I think like in the painting we have like a clear contrast between like the woman being like very like natural and flush and beautiful, naturally beautiful, and like all that painting that is so like rich and golden glamorous. But I wasn't trying to look like her, I was trying to look like the painting. So I think like the lips and the cheeks like have that vibe, the natural flush and nice and rosy, while the eyes have like the glamour from the gold. I think I did a good job. I actually love this. I'm feeling really like glamorous and like inspired, like, ooh, rich, let's go out at night just to be, you know, sneaky and very mysterious in a corner in a table alone by myself. That's a vibe. I hope you like it. Leave comments, likes, whatever. It's your truth. And did I inspire you? Are you inspired to do the same, maybe with something else, or maybe with this same painting? Have a great one. Bye.